Hey everybody, Bobby Lee's on tour. Come see me live. I'll be in San Jose, California, March 28th through the March 1st.
No, February 28th to March 1st. Oh, fuck,
let's start over.
How do you say March 28th to March 1st, babe?
I read the
just
wrong
keep going.
thing.
February 26th.
No, let's start from the top.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Bobby Lee's on tour. Here's some of my dates. I'm at San Jose, California, February 28th to the March 1st at the San Jose Improv. Come see me there. Denver, Colorado, March 12th to the 14th at the Comedy Works. Come see me there. Houston, Texas, March 27th to the 29th, Houston Improv. Come. Dallas, Texas, April 3-5 at the Dallas Improv. Come. Go to BobbyLeeLive.com and grab them before they're gone because they've been selling out, babies. And then if you're done listening to this episode, go listen to Bad Friends, a new podcast with me and Andrew Santano.
Enjoy the intro song.
Something going.
Sing it to Bobby. I bet you he doesn't know it.
I do know it.
What is it? How does it go?
Well, start it and then I can do it.
Is it Old Town?
Down in the back of the back.
That's it.
yeah.
Finish the words, babe. I'm gonna take
Like you
my
horse
to the-
down to the street.
I'm gonna re-record this with the aging country star wants to be relevant.
Yeah. That's it. That's it.
What happens with this? 12 grams of sugar, my dick.
Done keto?
No. Don't drink sugar. I think it's so weird. I think orange juice is weird too. Because no one would sit and eat 6 oranges.
Really, you're
That's
right
what orange
though.
juice is.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what's weird? Like sometimes if I'm on a set and they have that little machine where you squeeze you have to cut the orange juice, right? So you cut the orange in half, then you stick it on a little cylinder thing.
Juicer.
A juice, but no, it's not a squeeze thing. You squeeze it down like a press.
Yeah.
As it's turning.
No, it doesn't even fucking turn. The old school ones.
What is
just listen, okay?
You turn it yourself.
Turn the fucking cameras on.
Where
Right.
are
So when I'm in Hawaii.
Where are you getting your orange?
No.
Are you going to Pioneer Town? It's like doing this at an old movie set and fucking
No. But sometimes when I do Magnum PI when I'm in Hawaii, all right, it's a show. And
Hawaii?
Yeah, did you lower this, Mike?
You want higher?
Please.
Please.
Thank you, Gabby. All right.
Loves it. Yeah.
So when I do Magnum in the mornings, right, they have this little cylinder thing, right? And you cut an orange in half, and you stick the half of the orange on the thing, and then you squeeze it down, and underneath the juice comes out, and it gives you this much juice.
Just a tiny bit of juice.
Yeah. So you have to do 40 to 50 of them.
To render a full glass.
You get a whole
To get
thing?
half a glass of fucking orange juice.
Yeah.
I think they get a lot more in Greenwich Village where we live. There's a health food marketplace that's very strange called Lifetime. It's not spelled like regular. It's THYME, you guys.
Oh, Lifetime.
Back the fuck off. And so they have one where the whole oranges go in.
Yeah.
And they cut it and peel it and it goes. But it's really funny to me that people will drink 2 glasses of orange juice, but no one would ever sit and eat 12 oranges. Wouldn't that be weird?
Yeah.
You have a couple glasses of orange juice at brunch, but no one would be like, I'll have the sausage scramble. Is that that's vegan chorizo? Okay, great. I'll have that. And then would you bring me a bowl of 12 oranges? I'm just that'll be refreshing. And a bottle of champagne. And as I eat them, I'll just shoot the champagne. And that's how I do mimosas. Call me crazy. Call me Carol. Call me whatever.
Or so this is TJ.
This is brought to you by Manscaped.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fuck nut. Hey, fuck nut TJ. This is how we start. I start the show. We're gonna put all that in, by the way. But
I hope so.
But
I
don't
got
talk.
I got
That was a great bit.
Story.
But
So many
but
props.
don't
Now
say
you have
anything
to
until I say
start
your
it?
name, okay?
Okay. All right.
Because I love you so much.
Okay.
So go ahead, do the countdown.
5.
But I want you. Wait, stop. I want you to keep all that stuff in.
Yeah, we are.
All right.
So make notes about that.
Yeah. Put a note down.
Do you have a pad of paper?
All right.
A cool notebook?
So go ahead.
5,
Lunatic.
4,
I got those.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
This is TJ Miller. Oh shit!
You
All right.
Oh, you shithead!
Shut up. I messed it up.
Oh man.
Do we have all that? We're keeping that in.
So we've got in the room.
It's that in the orange juice bits.
Welcome to
Take me.
Welcome
I'm gonna
to
make it in Hollywood.
Welcome to TigerBelly. I'm
Thank
your
you for having me on the show. This is $70,000.
Wow. What is in there?
$70,000.
Is that how you get paid now for shit?
That's how That's how I got on the show.
Oh, that's right. Is there really cash in there or no?
There's $70,000 in there.
So we've got Gabby in the room. Give Gabby a round of applause.
Not my name. Not my name.
It is his new
He
name.
has been calling you Gabriel for years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we
Thank
got
you
my
for
girl.
having me.
Oh, no, I haven't said anything, you fucker.
I thought I was your.
No, not
Oh,
yet.
so
not
now
yet.
you're the girlfriend.
yeah. We got my girlfriend Khalyla. We got No Lips with the horses shirt.
Oh, this is so exciting. So, No Lips is following a new musician, a musical instrument person.
Yeah.
He plays a bevy of instruments, I think. And his name is Little Nace Akis. He's sort of a fusion Hawaiian, which you know about that from Magna. And it's also country, but it's not country. It's kind of rap, but it's not rap. It's a young kid who wanted to be famous and tried to be a YouTube personality, and that didn't work. And then he tried doing clip shows, and then he wanted to do movie reviews, and that didn't work. And then he bought a track for like $4, and then it became this huge viral sensation. And then he sort of re-recorded it with an aging country star who wants to be relevant. It's not that. It's not that. It's kind of like bullshit. You know what I mean?
TJ,
That's
I
the
like when
genre.
you're doing this because
I do
that's
that.
how you swim, right?
No, that's how I creep into a room when I'm going to scare someone at the haunted house where I work. I work at a haunted house in the summers, and I take October off.
I wish you would fuck that way. That'd be a cool way to fuck.
I fucked that way.
You have? yeah.
It's called the sneak.
The sneak fuck.
You know? She's like, "Whoa, I'm having what I think is an oh no, I had an orgasm." That's how Kate sounds.
We got
in
George in the room.
George, I love George's avatar.
Yeah.
He uses the Apple avatar, and it is quite accurate. I love these new avatars that are accurate. I don't like these ones. I've got one. Look, you guys are on the. You guys are on. You have cameras in here. You do, and so I like these accurate avatars, and so mine looks. If I can pull it up here, yeah. So here we go. This is mine. It's kind of all of those. That's mine.
Wow.
Avatar.
Yeah, dude.
It's too close. And so that's mine. It's kind of she has a monocle.
So I want to say, I want to introduce this next guy. This next guy.
Talk about it.
I know, but I have to introduce you first. Fuck.
I think by now people know,
I know,
that I'm
but
not your
anyway.
girlfriend. All right.
All right. So this guy,
$69,000.
he's one of my friends. And I've had so many good experiences with this guy. I love him so much.
Talk about it. We've been at well, you haven't introduced me.
Yeah. So we've been friends for a while. We've done shit together. I've always
You know about that?
Yeah.
yeah. And we.
I thought you were.
So how about a round of applause? TJ, fucking focus. TJ Miller, everybody, clap your hands. TJ, focus. Fucking focus. ADD. Fuck, man. There you go. Yeah, curtsy. Yeah. TJ, I want to say there's two memories I have with you.
I bet I know one of them.
Tell me one.
I came and I did your you just bought a house, and I came and I did your show TigerBelly.
No, that's the third one. All right.
Brothers, let's hear them.
No, so one of them, right, was you and I did a Chelsea lately where Wanda Sykes, remember Wanda Sykes?
Yeah, that's
and
right.
she didn't look at us.
No.
Right?
She didn't talk to us.
She didn't talk to us
Between-
or look at us. And the reason why we did it was because I got a call saying Wanda requested you, TJ, and somebody else. I don't know who.
Oh, right.
Right? Yeah.
Because she thought that would be the safest, easiest. She was like, I think part of it was she was not comfortable doing Chelsea's show because she's not really like Chelsea at all. And so I think that she thought that with the three of us, it would be a safer, it would be cake kind of.
It'd
be a lot
be
easier.
cake. Because I know her.
Yeah.
And you know her, right?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I'm like
Yeah,
excited the fucking to do it. And then we show up, and it's like, "Hi, Wanda," and she's just like,
She wouldn't even
dead
look at us.
eye.
Yeah, she wouldn't even look at us.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
in between, she looked at her cards.
Yeah.
And I feel like the first break, all of us were like,
Yeah,
because it was clear she didn't want to talk. So we were like,
we didn't know what to do.
Who was the third person?
I forgot who the third one was.
it was another ringer. It was another person that was really good.
Yeah, yeah.
But they were equally uncomfortable. It wasn't like Whitney Cummings or somebody that would be like, Wanda, I just want to say I love what you're wearing or something like that. It was just all three uncomfortable people.
Yeah.
And then I feel like one of us, I don't think it was me, but it could have been, knowing me. We were all the second break. I think somebody was like, it's really fun to be on with you or something, and she was just like. She wasn't listening.
That's exactly. Yeah, and I remember looking at TJ
so
going,
good.
"What the fuck?"
Yeah, what is going on?
What
We
the
did
fuck?
have I think we had a couple moments where we were like,
Looking around, going, "What the fuck is going on?
Wanda.
Does she hate us?"
But after, when it was all said and done, did
Even
she
then,
Is she trying to Sykes our mind?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Sykes your mind, dude. She really got a Sykes to go and do the show with her.
Because I remember one time,
Totally Sykes out.
many years ago, Wanda.
Psych out.
I was in Vegas 15 years ago, and I couldn't get any money out of my ATM.
Okay.
And Wanda, it was.
I just pushed my glasses
Yeah.
up. I didn't.
And Wanda goes, "Hey, you have no money, Lee?" And I go,
That's a pretty good impression.
"Yeah." And I go, "No." She's like, "Here's 800." She gave me $800 in cash.
Wow.
What a good lady.
Yeah,
It's
so,
not
like-
quite $70,000 cash.
What the
but
fuck is in there, man?
It's not for you. I wanted to put it out there to show you guys that I had it.
The second thing that you and I went through
I can't.
was at the Laugh Factory. Remember that we were at the Laugh Factory?
Yeah, that's when I thought that was the one I was going to guess.
Yeah.
It was Dane Cook's first time back doing stand-up. Is
Yes.
this one you're talking about?
Yes.
And it was the most interesting thing because I hadn't done the Laugh Factory a lot at that point. It wasn't that I had just gotten past, but I think I was probably working, and so I got up as much as I possibly could, and
It was me, you, Orlando Jones
somebody
was there
said,
too. I
yeah,
think.
definitely.
Yeah.
And somebody said here we go, definitely on that one. Oh, definitely, he was definitely there. That was an Orlando Jones night, that's for sure. And Dane Cook came in, and they said, "Hey, Dane's gonna go up." Before did he bump you? He bumped you.
Both
not
of
me.
us.
Wait, was he already big at this?
Yes.
Yes.
He hadn't done stand up. He was huge. He was. The
Oh,
biggest.
okay.
But he had left stand up, and he hadn't done stand up in at least a year.
Yeah, he was doing movies and stuff like that. He was
well,
doing his.
I had seen him. I think his 3 movies kind of, that 3 strikes and you're out in Hollywood. You go to like movie star jail or director jail, and so he did 3 movies. I'm
Pauly
in
went
eye
through that.
contact with you a lot more than with Bobby. And so he kind of, he kind of at this point he was sort of taking time. This is after his brother-in-law stole that money from him, and so I think he was trying to take time for himself. And I saw him in Runyon Canyon during that point, and I was like, "Oh, you doing spots around town?" I didn't know him, but are you doing spots around town? He's like, "No, actually, I'm taking a break from stand-up. It's been about 6 months." So this apparently, I didn't know this at the time, but it was the first time that he'd done stand-up in over a year, and he bumped us. And I think that you were going up after him, but as soon as he bumped us, Bobby sort of started to get ready to leave the building.
Oh, I put my jacket on.
Yeah, and that's right. That
Yeah,
was
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Why? Because he just knew he was going to stay up there?
You're wait till you hear.
Okay, sorry.
No, just kidding. I'm just like, don't blow this punchline. It's going to be out of control. It's like the oranges bit. It just keeps giving. No, so I didn't know that. I didn't know anything about Dane Cook. I'd never been in a show where he got up. And I said to Bobby, I go, "What are you doing?" He's like, "I'm leaving." And I was like, are you coming back? He's like, "No." And I was like, "Where are you going? You have a set after him."
Yeah.
And he's like, "No, man." And he just left. He did not tell anybody.
Because I'm not. I'll tell you why. All right. I'll tell you fucking why. All right. It's because I'm not gonna wait 3 hours to do a fucking spot.
You would make a really charismatic dictator.
I mean,
I'm saying that just because of this. I'm saying it because You're scary when
yeah.
you're very vehement about something.
Yeah.
But you also are just really a lot of fun to listen to.
Yeah, like if I had a regime and somebody fucked up, I'd be like, get inside the box.
Yeah. But
Just get inside the box.
People are like, I just like the way he says box. I'm gonna march straight to my own death. So I didn't know that. So I thought he was gonna do 20 minutes or something, but he didn't. He did like an hour for reals.
Yeah.
And it might have been like an hour 15. And I got up there and I was having drinks. So I was drinking. So I like had a drink and I was watching him and then I had another drink. And you're drinking while you're watching this guy do an hour. Now you're an audience member. You're not a comic waiting to get up.
Yeah.
And then he started being really mean to the audience. Like, first of all, he's talking about chainsaw fucking a girl, which I can't even right now tell you what I think that would even be. Unless you're fucking a girl with a chainsaw, like some Seven shit. But I just had no idea. And then he told this guy in the front row, he was like, so are you alone? You're alone. You look like you're alone. And the guy was like, yeah, I'm alone. He's like, you know why? Because you're bald. See, you're bald. And so girl doesn't want to be with you because you don't have any hair. You're just kind of a pudgy loser. And so that's why you're alone, And a lot of you out there are alone. And I'm alone. And I was dating this porn star. And I was fucking her like really hard from behind. And then I just took it out and I just like slipped it into her butt. And she was like, what are you doing? And I was like, come on. It's just part of your work or something. Or like, you don't take your work home with you. And I was like, and I'm paraphrasing everything.
Yeah.
I was just like, what is happening? And it made me really angry, mostly just that he was so mean to that guy. So then I just went on a Twitter rant. This was about when I didn't understand that I was mildly famous. I thought I was still just a guy who had some people following him on Twitter because of some movies and stuff. But I looked at other people and they had like lots of followers. So I was like, I probably had like 30,000 followers, something like that. And so I didn't think that anyone except for my followers would ever see that. And so I just went on a rant where I just was like, this is why you're not a movie star. This is why people aren't buying tickets to your stuff because you're mean to your audience.
Wow.
You're terrible to your audience. You're talking about chainsaw fucking girls. Because I hate that stuff. There's only one thing I hate more than just being disgusting and derogatory and mean-spirited about women. It's just being mean to the audience that is in front of you. And pointing out a guy and being like, you're a loser and you're bald and you're pudgy. It's like, what? Did that guy head to the Laugh Factory? Did he think that's what they were making at the Laugh Factory? No giggles this time, just sad insults. He just goes home and his wife's like, because he was just alone there. He goes home and his wife's like, how was the show? It's so great that you got to go out and be out on your own. I was so happy to take care of the kids. You've been working so hard. And he's like, I'm a pudgy, hairless loser. Who told you that, Dane Cook? The star of Good Luck, Chuck. And so
I auditioned for that movie 4 times.
Did you really?
For what role?
One of them, but I didn't.
I bet the one that.
One of the boyfriends?
No,
I didn't get it.
His friend who was played by.
I didn't get it.
The other guy that didn't get.
Yeah,
he was
I'm
in
not
the
in the
ping
movie.
pong Balls of Fury, the ping pong movie.
Oh, Dan Fogler?
Yeah.
Yes. And so both of them, it was so strange. Dane Cook chose, he didn't understand. I had a great conversation with Nick Swartzen about this, that Dane Cook thought that if you're a really famous stand-up, and he's the most famous stand-up for a while, and he's like, I'm a really famous stand-up, and I think people in Hollywood told him this, but he was like, so I'm the most famous stand-up, so now I'm going to be a movie star. And it's like, that is not how it works. Hollywood does not decide who movie stars or television stars are. America decides that. And what America really hates is when you tell them this is a movie star now. And they just don't. And it happened to Dan Fogelman too. So these are very funny people that if they don't have any experience acting, Swartz and I were talking about how you want to be in like this little thing and then a part in this. And then you're really funny in a scene from here. And then you're the best friend in this movie. And then it's an ensemble and you're the person that's like this. And you have to get America to trust you. And then once they trust you, you can go, hey, it's just me. Or it's just me and this other guy. And it's just us. You can't kind of take two people that Hollywood's like, these are the next new things, and America's like,
But they still do that.
no, they're not.
They still do it.
Of course they do. They don't seem to understand that you would. And stand-ups understand this. If you empower your audience, they're much more likely to pay you again, to support you. That's what they want. The audience wants to be empowered. Hollywood still feels like we're going to tell you what you're going to like, and I'm sure that you'll like it. And they don't, they'll say, you want more Star Wars. And America's like, don't tell us what we want more of.
Yeah.
And then they're like, but you like Rogue One? And they're like, yeah, that was different. And they're like, no, it wasn't. Here's more Star Wars. Here's Han Solo when he was younger. And everyone's like, we didn't ask for that.
Theme park?
Han Solo when he was Han Solo from the Han Solo that he was in the movies.
Or cast a guy that looks like fucking Han Solo.
It was really weird. The whole thing was weird.
He did an okay job.
Listen, they all had to do that. They had to try their best to make that the best they could. It's like the Emoji Movie, one of the greatest films of all. This is not a laughing part, okay? This would be like if he wore a Little Nas X shirt and I made fun of him and was like, oh, you must really be into the new music.
It was the timing and the way you delivered it.
Well, I'm serious. It's like Yogi Bear 3D is the greatest acting achievement that I've had and the greatest Talking Bear comedy in the history of Talking Bear comedies. You hear that, Seth Farland? I'll fight you.
TJ, I feel the same way about kicking it old school.
Yeah, you do kick it old school.
Yeah, it should have won a fucking Oscar.
Really funny.
I
agree.
Really
Thank you.
You're so sweet.
Yeah.
What a great girlfriend.
So he even said great.
Great.
So I think that's very bizarre that but when you're put in something like that, I did the Emoji Movie, I did a pass on it, and you try and make that thing the best that it can be, and then you have parents, this happens to me all the time after shows, come up and go, thank you so much. The Emoji Movie is it's more than tolerable. It's kind of fun to watch with the kids, and they want to watch it over and over because they love it. That's the best version of that. But if you say like, all right, I'm going to be in an R-rated comedy, I'm a movie star now because I'm a stand-up comedy star. And then he goes and he made like 3 bad movies, like really quickly.
Yeah.
And then that's it. And it's like, it's such a bummer, but I was sort of ranting.
But don't you think that though is a case of what Pauly went through, where Pauly was on fire? Right. So the first 3 scripts.
Wait, I want to say something before you
Encino
shit on
Man
those
worked,
movies.
No,
after
Encino Man, he got 3 movies.
3.
You're right about
In the Army Now,
and
Biodome.
But also
And
Son-in-Law.
Son-in-Law was good.
That's the
when I came here, you told me that you thought that those were flops, right? I grew up in the Philippines. There were no bigger movies around that time than In the Army Now, Son-in-Law, and Encino Man.
We all know the saying about the Philippines. There are no flops in the Philippines.
There are no flops.
Flop is spelled with a PH. There are no flops in the Philippines. Is this if you do something clever on TigerBelly, everyone's like,
Culture.
But you know how heartbreaking it was for me for when you said that those weren't
did well?
Yeah, that they didn't do well here when that was my childhood basically.
Did you go watch them?
Yeah, and I was enamored. I loved everything Pauly Shore did.
What do you think? What about Pauly Shore really connected with the Filipino culture? What do you think it was?
I think everything connects to the Filipino culture. We're very lighthearted. We're
Just
silly.
Anything.
Yeah.
We think genocide is a blast. We love Hitler documentaries. Those are hysterical to us.
But I think Pauly exudes sort of a down-to-earthy kind of a everyday.
Well, he's also silly.
It's
silly
guy.
yeah.
Silly stuff.
We're going to take a quick break to share some amazing sponsors with you.
Quip, quip, quip. It's a party in your mouth. Quip, quip, quip. Your breath feels good. Right?
I like that.
Yeah, man. Quip is one of those products that I use on a personal basis.
It's an electric toothbrush.
I know exactly what it is because I use it.
Uh-huh.
It's small. I used to use this other one. I don't want to bash the brand, but it was not good. And for years I was like, I need something more futuristic, easier to control. I like the energy. I like the vibration of it. They send it in the mail when different parts, like the brush parts, and it really is the only toothbrush I will ever use for the rest of my life. Tell them more about it.
I think that it's important to have good habits when you brush your teeth. That means brushing for 2 minutes twice a day and flossing regularly, no matter what brand you use. Quip makes that simple, starting with an electric toothbrush, refillable floss, and anti-cavity toothpaste. Quip's electric brush has sensitive sonic vibrations with a built-in timer and 30-second pulses to guide a full and even clean. The Quip floss dispenser comes with pre-marked string to help you use just enough. Plus, Quip delivers a fresh brush head. Those are Bobby's favorite when they come in the mail. Floss and toothpaste.
That was my nickname in high school.
Brush head?
Yeah.
And they send this refills to your door every 3 months with free shipping, so your routine is always right.
And if you go to quip.com/belly. Right now, you'll get the first refill for free.
Join over 3 million healthy mouths and get Quip Daily starting at $25.
That's your first refill
Tell
free
us more about it, Gil.
at getquip.com/belly.
Yep. That's your first refill free at getquip.com/belly. Spell GETQUIP.com/belly. Quip, the good habits company.
Quip. In your mouth, there's teeth. ShipStation. You guys, ShipStation is a product that we use personal basis on our podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Tell them.
When you're selling online, getting your orders out can be a real pain. How do you keep track of who gets what? Which shipping carrier should you use? Are you getting the best rate? That's why you need ShipStation.com. It's the fastest, easiest, and most affordable way to manage and ship your orders. Just a few clicks and you'll be managing your orders, printing out labels, and getting your product out fast to keep your customers happy.
ShipStation makes it easy. ShipStation works with all major carriers, including USPS, FedEx, UPS, even Amazon Fulfillment, so you can compare and choose the best shipping solution for you and your customer. They even offer big discounts on shipping costs. Now, any business like TigerBelly can access the same postage discounts that are usually reserved for large Fortune 500 companies. You'll always know that you're getting the best deal.
No wonder ShipStation is the #1 choice of online sellers. You'll ship more in less time with the best rates available.
Tell us more about it, Gil.
And right now, TigerBelly listeners can try ShipStation free for 60 days when you use the offer code BELLY. That's absolutely no risk, and you can start your free trial without even entering your credit card info. Just visit ShipStation.com. Click on the microphone at the top of the homepage and type in BELLY. That's ShipStation.com.
That's good.
Then offer the code BELLY, Bobby. ShipStation.com. Make
Ship happen.
Enjoy the rest of the show.
But it's strange. You know, I did Scandinavia last year, and I'm doing a European tour this year. And I went to Scandinavia, and I was like, I wonder if they'll get any of the stuff. And the Scandinavian booker, this guy was like, oh, no, you're going to do great. And I was like, okay. He's like, no, I'm serious. You're going to do really well. I was like, all right. Okay. Now it's just getting weird. I'm kind of like, it's okay, relax. We should get off the elevator. And then I went there, and it was like huge. I sold like 800 tickets in Oslo, and I went and sold out Bergen and Stavanger, and went to Copenhagen, and it was so bizarre.
Well, were you? I would be so, because she's trying to get me to do a European thing.
You should.
No, but the thing
Do you realize that if we look at our demographics, our breakdown of who listens to TigerBelly, number 4 on the list is Sweden.
Yeah.
Well, also Stockholm. So part of it is, I think that they like really energetic people. You and I are really silly, and we're all over the place, and you take off your clothing, and I have sort of a lot of insecurities about my toddler body, so I don't. I juggle, and I have a trombone. I've got a ventriloquist dummy that has a smaller ventriloquist dummy that has a smaller ventriloquist dummy that has a slightly larger ventriloquist dummy. And they like really silly stuff, and they like a lot of energy because they don't do that in Norway. Everybody is really, and that's where I did the best. But everybody's really, they don't really laugh very hard. If what we've all been laughing when we've all laughed hard tonight, we're like, ha 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 ha. That version of that for them is like, so it's very strange.
Yeah.
And they don't really they don't talk to each other. They're very stoic. So it's very funny to them that a person would be able to be like, uh-oh, here we go. Like that seems so insane. That would never happen in their culture. And so, but I still didn't get it. It's a very strange culture there. You would love Scandinavia for a lot of reasons, but one of them is they do things very strangely. So they all get blackout drunk. As soon as Friday night comes, they all get blackout drunk, and they stay pretty drunk during the day on the weekends, but then they get blackout drunk at night. And this is real. You can say to somebody, is it true that you guys get black? They're like, yeah, of course. That's how we meet people. And so they go to these bars, and they do it the opposite of how Americans do it. So what they do is, I find this so fast. I love Norway. I love it. So what they do is, you meet a girl, and you would never ask for her phone number, ever. You would never do that. You would never ask her to dinner. You never do that. But if you kind of get along, you're both really drunk, then you go home and you have sex. And then the next day, if she kind of likes you, she'll tell you what bar she'll be at next weekend. Because they all kind of go to the same bars, because you can't just go to some random bar. You say, I'm going to go to this bar.
Wait, TJ, did you do that?
No.
You have a girlfriend, right?
No, my wife.
Oh, you're married. Yes,
Yeah,
you
Kate,
didn't do it.
Kate wouldn't have
Now,
been
how the
totally
fuck
into
do you
that.
know this?
Because
He was
it's like
there.
common knowledge.
Yeah.
Oh,
Everyone will no, and there's also a book about Norwegian culture that explains this. But I asked a lot of people, they're like, yeah, that's how it works. So then you have sex, and then she says, I'll be at this bar if you want to come and meet me. So then you go to that bar, and then if you see her again and you guys kind of have a good time, then you go home and you have sex, right? And then she'll tell you again the next bar that you're gonna go. So then on the third time, if you go and you have sex, and it goes, then in that morning you would maybe have the balls to be like, can I have your phone number? And she would give you your phone number. Then you would text for a while, and then maybe you continue to have sex. And then after a while,
Of course.
Yeah.
you would maybe say, would you like to go to dinner? So and the reason is because they're very uncomfortable socially. Now they don't give a fuck about fucking.
Yeah, the fucking.
Because to them, they're all Vikings. They're all these Nordic.
Right.
They hike. Everybody has a hita, which is like a cabin where there's no electricity or anything.
I know what a heater
They
is. Too.
chop-
We have heaters too.
No, hita.
That we have that.
You know,
So
Just real quickly, if George was in that situation, he would have sex with a girl, and she would be like, "Next weekend I'll be at this bar." George will go to that bar the next weekend, and she's not there.
Yeah.
you know, I feel
But
like
he would
just
hang
wanted
out
to
at
make
that
sure-
bar for 8 hours looking around for her. It'd be so sad.
She just wanted to make sure that he didn't go to any bar she could have decided to go to. So, but to finish the Norwegian thing, it's like, so that's so strange, right? And then you would go, and then you go to dinner. Well, it's the opposite in the United States, right? And it's because the nightmare of a Norwegian is to go to dinner, to have all this sex, and of course
Yeah.
it goes well. Then you go to dinner, and you just don't know what to say, so you're just sitting there in silence.
totally. I get that.
And then you go, so how do you like to fish? and then the girl's like, yeah. And you're like, oh. I asked, how do you like the fish? Not, is that fish? And she's like, yeah. That would be a fucking nightmare. But in the United States, what we do is you ask for the number, you take her to a nice restaurant, you sort of try and be funny and engaging, and you're interesting, and these are your hobbies, but you're interested in her. What are her hobbies? You make her feel special. You brought flowers. Then you go on another date maybe, and then, and you want to take her to a movie or something. You spend money on her because it's the opposite for us. They're not worried about the fucking. They're worried about the social part of it.
stuff.
We are not so worried about the social part. It's just you want her to be like, when you can't get an erection or you're bad at sex, you want her in the morning to be like, yeah, but he's really funny and he's so cute. So I'll have sex with him again and see if it goes better. It's such a bizarre. It's like their whiskey dick is, do you like the fish? Yeah.
When I was a young man, I probably took out 6 girls, probably went on 4 or 5 dates, bought dinner, and when I try to make a move,
Yeah.
they go, "I just want to be friends."
Did that frustrate you?
You're a guy that you're so charismatic that girls would be like, what's weird about that is they're kind of like, I will do anything to be friends with this guy, including kind of bringing him along.
Yeah, but that's fucking highway robbery,
It's
friend.
horrible. It's horrible.
It's highway robbery, and let me say something right now, okay? Their intentions from the beginning was just to do the friend thing. But then they do magic and they try to confuse
Magic.
you.
Magic.
They're just doing sleight of hand, pick
Sleight of
a
hand
card.
magic, right?
Oh, I gotta look at this. I got a quarter out of your ear.
Right? And then all of a sudden I'm in the friend zone. I already paid for 6 fucking dinners.
Yeah, you're in the hole financially. My friend, I have a. I have no.
Fuck you.
No, I mean within the
Oh, I
scope
see
of that
about that.
relationship.
Oh, okay.
I think this is a beautiful house. You have there's a totally new mailbox outside. You're doing just fine.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
But
Thank you so much.
So I have a podcast called Cashing In with TJ Miller, and it's with host Cash Levy, and he tries to get different guests on. You have different guests on, but he hasn't been able to. So I'm the only guest that's been on it in 6 years, and we have about 200 episodes.
Yeah.
And
Do you
Cash
do it in
Levy
New
and I
York
were
or
talking
here?
about, no, we do it here, and he also tours with me, and then we'll do it on the road. So we just kind of do it wherever we can.
But let me
It's
just
very silly.
ask you a couple questions real quick.
Please
do you
do.
live in
I
New
More
York?
questions.
Just earlier.
But you live in New York.
Yes, I live in Greenwich Village in New York, in Lower Manhattan.
Yeah, but you lived here for so long.
I lived here for 8 years.
Yeah. We missed
And I
you here.
hated it.
You hated it?
Yeah, and I can't. The thing is it's like I didn't have enough friends like you, and I didn't do enough of like, hey Bobby, let's go get drinks and stuff. I was so invested in work and doing sets all the time, and the friends that I had kind of dissipated into the ether. I have my best friends live here. When I moved to New York, it was really weird because like we bought this house, it was fucking amazing. All of Kate's friends were there. She's a famous installation artist, and so she got a studio in Chelsea, which is like the right place to get a studio. And we live in this very specific part in Manhattan that's like the nicest 3 blocks and all this stuff. And I got there and we like moved in. Our place is super dope, and it has like terraces and it was like so awesome. And then I was like, wait a second, I don't have any friends. And it was the weirdest moment. Wow. I remember the day I was like, I'm friends with Kate and I hang out with her friends, but all my friends live in Los Angeles. And it was really weird. And it was like, you know, when you go to college or something, you move and you don't have any friends. You have to make friends. And so I had like that 6 months or a year where I was trying to kind of make friends. But then I realized it doesn't really matter because I spend 4 days on the road. So I'm only in New York for 3 days. So I sort of follow Kate around like a puppy and just, I'm like, what are you doing today? She's like, I'm going to get my hair blown out. I'm like, ooh, can I come? And then I'll go and I'll drink champagne and watch her get her hair blown out. And then I'll be like, what are you doing now? She's like, I was going to maybe go get acupuncture. I was like, can I sit in the waiting room? And then I'll go and sit in the waiting room and I'll sort of think about, when she got her hair blew out, she had a couple different options. It's interesting that she went with the mermaid option because that's one of the different options. And then she'll come out and I'll be like, how was the acupuncture? And she was like, good. One of them kind of hurt. And then I'll say, what are you doing now? She's like, oh, I'm going to go to Lifetime, THYME, and I'm going to probably get some soup. So I'll be like, can I come? And then I follow her to go and get the soup, and I'm like, I wonder which needle hurt and where. I bet it was one of the ones in one of her more sensitive areas, but she has a phobia of needles, so maybe it could have been any single one of the needles. And then I'll be like, what are you doing now? And she's like, I'm going to go back to the house. And I'll go, can I come? She's like, yeah, you live there. And I'm like, okay. She says, you even have keys. You don't have to ask me. And I'm like, okay. And then as we go back home, I'm like, I wonder how hot the soup is that she got because she didn't try it. So did she think maybe she'll wait a while before she tries the and then it's Thursday day and I get up and I'm like, fuck, now I got to go to the airport. And then I go to the airport. And then on Monday I land and I'm like, oh, I wonder what Kate's doing today. And I'm like, Kate, what are you doing today? She's like, well, I'm going to go get my hair blown out. And it just continues like that in perpetuity, like my tour. TJ Miller touring in perpetuity. His tickets are available at tjmiller.com.
I have another question, you fucker.
More questions.
I have more questions, TJ.
Can I have another one of these, George?
Yeah, what do you want to do? This one?
No, this one has 110 calories and
let me ask you about
0.3 milligrams of iron.
Listen,
no thanks.
Fucker. I have seen both Deadpools. Probably about.
You have? I haven't. Are they good? How's the second one?
I love the second one.
Okay.
Amazing. But can I just say something?
Can you ask me a question?
I am.
I'm sitting here. I'm doing.
I know you probably hate compliments, but dude, you were so fucking funny in those movies.
Thank you so much.
And I want to ask you something.
No. What about this?
We don't have.
You're out of these.
We ran out of those.
Why? You just take her out too many times?
Yeah.
Got a 6 dinner. She wouldn't sleep with
when
you.
You're
ran out of money.
That fucking
financially in the hole.
The fucking Deadpool movies. Like there was a scene where Ryan Reynolds, his face is all fucked up, right? And you say that his face looks like an avocado.
Yes.
Yeah. Did you improvise those lines?
Listen, here's the deal with Deadpool. The writers are fucking brilliant. Both those guys are amazing. And Paul Wernicke is like, both of them are just fucking, they're so specific. They can tweak stuff so well. Then Ryan Reynolds is like a really brilliant writer and improviser.
Yeah.
I think he got mad at me because I teased him on Hot Ones. I was kind of making fun of how he's so funny, but he's so handsome and that gets in the way. So in Deadpool, they covered up his beautiful face.
Yeah.
And then you didn't see him. And so everybody's able to understand it. He's fucking brilliant. He's really
so
smart.
funny.
He's a fast improviser, very fast, but he throws lines as well as a writer. And then I'm an improviser by trade and also a writer. And so what that was that a combination of 4 people, and Tim Miller in the first one and David Leitch in the second one, all kind of throwing lines. I guess it's like, I've never done anything with Judd Apatow because I'm not interested in that clique really, but like they throw, it's not a big deal, but I guess those guys throw lines a lot. Like I'm homies with Jay Baruchel and stuff. So he said, that they throw lines from they'll throw a line, but we would all sort of huddle up, be like, oh, try this. But a lot of those, like your face looks like Freddy Krueger fucked a topographical map.
That was such a funny
That's
line.
mine. Kate got me a topographical map of Peru in a rug form, so we have that in our place in New York. But yeah, like so they would be like, your face looks like an old or an avocado, and I would be like, what if it's an older avocado fucked and
that was
like
line,
hate fucked and all. So I sort of riff. Same in Silicon Valley. I kind of about 30% of what I'm doing is completely riffed, and then I try and bring something to the table. But after about
But let me ask you this,
films,
because I obviously have done some stuff before, and
a lot of stuff.
I know,
and
but
all of it's been funny.
All right, but the thing is that
You had one Mad TV sketch that I didn't care for. I thought it's a little bit racy for my tasties.
Which one was it? Which one was it?
hey Gabby, shut the fuck up! Don't put him on the
bring
spot.
it up, and here's why.
Yeah.
I don't even like to speak of it.
Yeah, but is it one of those things where
it was not in living color?
Where you read you do what's written, and then do you say to the director, "Can I get a pass?"
Yeah, I always do. No, can I get a pass? That's when I say something that's stupid. I'm like, can I get a pass? You guys, can you not really think of that? The fact that I just did that. No, I always do it as written for sure, and I want to get it as written in a way that they like, and then I'll just do. If it's a joke slot, I'll just like throw lines over and over until they say, "Oh, we've got it," or "Let's move on." Or sometimes I'll do like. I'll just like riff like a line, and then I'll be like, oh, the third one was great, and then I'll do that again, and then I'll do it again, and I'm happy with those three possible choices. And then I'm like, okay, we got it, let's move on. But I'd say after a couple movies, people in town started to understand that if you hire me, you're hiring somebody who's not really gonna do the lines. Like Michael Bay was really weird about. It was such a strange thing. He's really as interesting. Strange, like really, really sweet guy who fucking is crazy to work with.
I worked with him before.
What did you work with him on?
He physically assaulted me.
Well,
Oh yeah.
what did you work with him on?
I did a Pepsi commercial. No, it was Pepsi.
Pepsi.
Yeah, it was Pepsi.
Big,
it was a Pepsi
Yeah.
commercial. Yeah.
Is that where he turned your head into the light?
Yeah.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah. So there's, I've told this before.
Long
right?
time ago.
Yeah.
Long
Long
Yeah,
time
but
ago.
I haven't heard it.
Yeah, I'll tell you. So me and Eric Stone Street. You like Eric?
Yeah.
Who is he? He's on Modern Family.
I just wanted the story to keep going.
Yeah.
That's all I wanted.
He's on Modern Family. He's the fat gay guy I met.
Oh, I
So
love him.
Yeah.
He's one of my favorite fat gay guys. As far as fat gay guys go, he might be number one.
So I was young, dude, and they hired us as towel boys for Kim Cattrall.
Okay.
So she's a bathtub.
Oh,
right?
yeah, sure. I know who that is.
Yeah, she's Sex in the City.
Bobby, help me.
She's great. Very A-list.
A-lister?
Yeah, A-lister. So then, so basically, I'm coming in. I'm a towel boy. She's in the bathtub, and I'm supposed to walk into this room with like 15 towels. They attach, so it looks like I'm balancing it.
Yeah.
And I walked into this bathroom. She's in the bathtub, and the light wasn't hitting my face because of the towels.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Hey, kid, your face has to be in the light."
Oh, God, that I
Right?
I
And
can see
I'm
it.
so new at doing shit.
Yeah, he thinks because it's intuitive to him, he doesn't understand that you wouldn't see it as a director and know that it's ridiculous to not have your face in the light. Yeah, but keep going. keep going.
Yeah. So I walk in and I don't know what he's saying, and I keep going to Eric Stone because he's right back at me. I'm like, I don't know what he means. I can't see no light. So I said, I don't see the light.
The accent came out.
Right? Yeah, the accent comes
came
out.
out.
Right? Action. Do it again. Cut. The light. He would say. God. And after 6, 7, and that Kim Cattrall's in a bathtub, just going, this fucking kid, right?
Yeah.
And then he gets from behind, Video Village, comes out to me. He grabs my head like this, right? Like this.
Really?
Yeah. And he goes, here, like that, right? And I'm now like tears
Oh no.
are welling up in my eyes. Like I'm scared.
Yeah, well, and you're like, I think at that age, you're sort of like, now my career is over.
Yeah.
I fucked up, and this guy's going to tell everybody in town never
I don't know
to
what
work with
what
me.
lights are.
Yeah, but just to never work with me. So that's really scary.
Yeah.
Well, he never touched my cheeks, which I actually look back on with remorse. with regret and so remorse. I hate that I did that I didn't let him touch the cheekies. He's like kind of funny, and I asked him once. I said, "Why do you like yell so much and you yell at people and all this stuff?" Because here's the thing, he's really a sweet guy. Like, I was dating this terrible girl at that point, and she had come out and she was visiting me, and then we got in a fight, and on my birthday she left. She flew back home to Los Angeles. And so during the day I was shooting, and he's like, "Where's your girlfriend? What are you doing tonight for your birthday?" And I was like, "Oh, she left to go back home." And he's like, "What?" And I said, "Yeah, we got in a fight and she left to go home." He's like, "On your birthday?" And I go, "Yeah." He's like, "Well, you know what? We're going to take you out for sushi tonight." Me and him and his assistant. He's like, "Mike and I are going to take you out for sushi. So we'll take you out and we're going to get you sushi, and that's going to be your birthday." And I was like, "Oh, this guy's so nice." And just 10 minutes ago, he was like, "TJ, say you're not improvising. We hired you to say funny things. We're driving. It's just silence. You think the audience is going to be like, 'Oh, I love it, silent'? No, you say funny things when the camera's rolling. That's your job. God. You get it?" Yeah. And he would always say, "I can cut you out of the movie," and I would yell at him. I'd be like, "Please, Michael, cut me out of the movie, because then I don't have to be here listening to you fucking yelling at me the whole time." And the crew was very confused by this, because nobody would really yell back at him. But I think that's why these people like I make Steven Spielberg's really funny, so I would tease him all the time. And Wahlberg and I are friends kind of, because I'll make fun of him a lot, and nobody really makes fun of him. So I'd be yelling at Michael Bay, and it's so weird. So we went to sushi, and he's a lot of fun. It's like he kind of drank. I think it's because he's so like, he's just such an intense dude. He gets along well with Marines and stuff. Like, that's his mentality.
He's like adrenaline in flesh form.
Yeah, exactly. That's what
exactly.
He is. And so he can really he'll drink a martini and a couple of sips, and then another martini. And so we were drinking, and I was like, "Can I ask you, like," I had all these questions, because I also am really interested in these people, and I like movie stars, and I like blockbuster directors. Those are all interesting things to me, because I'm not really an actor. I'm not like a good actor or something.
Yeah, you are. Shut the fuck up.
No. And
that's dumb.
I'm not fishing for compliments.
Well, I'm giving you one. Look at me right now, bro.
No, here's the thing.
No, I want to.
You're dumb, because you have such low standards that you look at what I do, and you're like, "He's a really good actor."
Oh, that's offensive to me, because I say this.
It should be.
I'll tell you why.
It should be offensive.
I'm a paying customer.
Yeah, that's right.
Right, and I'm a fucking I'm an audience member as well.
I'm empowering the audience. This
all right,
is what
so I'm telling you this right now. I'm telling you this right now, son.
Gabby.
Gabby and son.
Son, young son.
Yeah, young son.
S-U-N.
Right.
Talk to you after the show.
Is that when I bought tickets for Deadpool and I'm watching you, right? In the beginning, I wasn't rooting for you.
Nice.
All right? I wasn't rooting for you.
Are you out of coffees?
No, I'm thinking to myself, you know what? Let's see what TJ does here, right?
You were rooting for me, the human being?
No. Right. I was not rooting.
Saying the character.
No,
you with the character.
No, you as a human being.
Fucking
right.
All right,
fucking dumb, right?
All right.
And I'm watching you, and I literally, like, once you said your first couple lines, I kind of just looked up and went, "He's killing it."
That's very nice of you. In the beginning, not like you. Do you know that that's a form of persuasion theory? That if you tell somebody, "I didn't like you in the beginning," and then you said, "But after a while, I liked you," people really, they'll like you more for saying that than if you're like, "First time I met you, I
and
thought
that's
you
why
were
I
great."
fucking said it, friend. I'm a fucking psychology.
Oh my God!
Can I tell you what happened to me last week? I have to talk about it.
Go ahead.
So I reoccur on this show called Magnum PI.
Fuck yeah, you do. You called it Magnum.
Yeah, it's not.
You can't do a one-off and just call it Magnum.
Yeah. So I show up, and this is my fourth one, and I'm in Hawaii. And in the morning, I see RoboCop.
The RoboCop?
Yeah, Peter Weller.
Yeah. Who's a teacher now, professor.
Yeah. He's a doctor. You have to call him Dr. Peter Weller.
Oh.
Wouldn't that be great to have RoboCop as your doctor?
Yeah.
Dead or alive, you're coming. Actually, if you're dead, you're not coming with me. We call the mortuary.
Yeah. So I'm on set.
Some of these riffs I've done are amazing, and you guys.
That was very good. That was very.
No,
good.
but it's weird because this is a group of comedy people, and comedy people do that. Sometimes if something's funny.
I love how self-conscious you get. You're killing the fucking game right now. Shut the fuck up.
Okay. I'm telling you, charismatic dictator.
You know that not Kim Jong Un, Kim Jong Il.
Yeah.
There was a story about how he hired he hired a sushi chef.
You did?
Right?
Yeah.
And then the sushi chef wrote like an op-ed for I don't know where, but he said that he would go on jet ski races with his employees or with his right-hand men, and if you beat him in a jet ski race, he would shoot you and kill you like right then and there.
God.
Well, that's why you don't win.
But if you didn't pose a challenge, he would also shoot and kill you.
Wow.
So there was a very delicate balance of having to kind of give him a good race but not quite win,
Oh my God.
to push him to his best but not beat him.
I don't really like those guys. Is that weird? I know that's a strong position to take.
Yeah.
The PC police are going to get me on this one, but I'm not a huge fan of those guys. So go ahead, sorry.
So back to fucking. So
You said dictator, so I
yeah,
had to.
that was
No,
very.
I thought that
No, I
was
lied.
great.
That's,
Yeah,
that's crazy.
But that's you.
Yeah, it's like that
Yeah.
North. Okay, so
You would do that.
when North Korea, right, went to the World Cup, right, and they lost to Portugal 8-1, right. The fucking coach of the North Korean team had to work at a mining.
Jesus.
He had to carry rocks for a month, back and forth.
Wow.
Yeah. Anyway, so I'm on set.
all
It's
right.
early in the morning.
And it's on Magnum? It's on the PI?
You know, I don't like your tone. Why? Because it's not Silicon Valley, fuckface.
No. You get so self-conscious. You're fucking killing the game.
All right. So anyway,
I would do anything.
I do
as a baby.
bit parts and network television shit. Anyway, in the morning, I'm and he's directing, and I'm a huge fan because I saw him in that Star Trek movie, and he walks up to me, and this is what he says: "Don't fuck this up."
What?
It was his opening line.
RoboCop?
Yeah, and he walked away. Like, what the fuck is going on, right? I did one take, right, and I hear cut, and then he goes, energy, right, and now
I never thought a person would ever say that to Bobby Lee.
yeah,
Yeah, right.
then I fart and poo, like little poo was coming
You
out.
sharted.
Fear
You sharted.
poo?
Yeah, fear poos.
Fear food.
Yeah. It was a show after Fear Factor.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would fart and go blick, 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 right? And
That's the
and
name of my Chinese crest is.
and the stars of the show are good friends of mine now, Perdita and Jay, and they're like, that's just who he is. He's great. He doesn't mean, you know.
This is RoboCop?
Yeah, RoboCop. And all week long, he was like that. So that the last day of shooting, I had one line I couldn't even say. Because I just didn't want to be there.
We're going to take a quick break to share some amazing sponsors with you.
Brooklinen. Brooklinen. Woo! You like softness, comfort, essentials to help you relax? Brooklinen has it all. When I read it, it feels good. But I also want to say, add my own thing, is that Brooklinen is something that my Khalyla and I use on our own bed, and we really love the company a lot.
It was founded in early 2014 by husband Vicky and Rich Fulop, who wanted to find beautiful home essentials that
I love
didn't
them,
cost an
Vicky and
arm and a
Rich.
leg, with a mission to make you comfortable. Brooklinen was the first DTC bedding company, meaning they work directly with manufacturers and directly with customers, no middlemen, just a great product and service.
Like softness, comfort.
I just said it.
Okay. But what about essentials to help you relax?
I already said all that. But brooklinen.com is the perfect place to hit refresh in the new year. Go on and make yourself comfortable. We used this in our personal lives. Tell them.
Brooklinen is so confident in their product that all their sheets, comforters, loungewear, and towels come with a lifetime warranty. Get 10% off your first order and free shipping on all new sheet when you use the promo code TIGER, only at brooklinen.com. That's BROOKLINEN.com. And hey, New Yorkers, if you're listening, you can get the internet's favorite sheets and more in real life. Visit Brooklinen's first store in Brooklyn.
Oh!
127 Kent Avenue in Williamsburg. Brooklinen, everything you need to live your most comfortable life.
Better help for your mind, better help for your heart, better help for your soul, better help for your tummy. It's pretty good.
You know
Listen-
what? You're right about the tummy thing.
Because
when I get stressed,
Yeah.
I poo
diarrhea.
blood. And when I get
Oh,
sad, I poo
Poo
blood.
blood. What? You
Yeah,
gotta
it's
go to
part
the
of
doctor.
stress. Ulcers.
Anyway,
Go to the doctor, lady.
yeah, get a doctor, babe.
I have one. Ted Stein.
Listen, guys, without therapy, I would be a mess right now. I think I might not even be alive. It really has redirected my life into a positive way. We have issues and things that we deal with on a daily basis, and we need help. And a lot of times, you can't afford like your conventional therapist. This is a really very affordable, professional way of doing counseling. Tell them more.
And guys, BetterHelp wants you to start living a happier life today. Visit their website and read their testimonials that are posted daily. Visit BetterHelp.com/belly. That's Better HELP, and join over 500,000 people taking charge of their mental health with the help of an experienced professional.
And it's really cool. You can start communicating with a therapist in under 24 hours. That's better than having to shop around the city and getting word of mouth from a friend and then going and possibly not, liking your therapist. So this is a easy, straightforward way to link up with a therapist and work.
The service is available for clients worldwide. Like if you're in the woods somewhere in like the jungle.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
Special offer for TigerBelly listeners: get 10% off your first month at BetterHelp.com/belly. Enjoy the rest of the show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I just was not having fun. The
yeah.
pressure was way too much for what it was.
The whole point of all of this is to be fun. And on Transformers, the last day, I got up at like 6 a.m., went into the steam room. We were in like Trump Tower in Chicago. Weird. And I went down in the steam room, and I just sat there for like an hour, and I kept saying to myself, don't quit. Don't quit. It's the last day. You don't have to quit. You don't have to make a point. You don't have to blow up at him. You don't have to yell at him. Just don't quit. You don't need to. Wahlberg at one point when we were in a field, he turned to me. He's like, "You would quit if you could." And I was like, "What do you mean?" And he goes, "You would quit if you knew it wouldn't fuck up your whole shit in Hollywood. You would totally quit." And I was like, "Yeah, I would. I really would." And then he goes.
I know.
But what's strange is, so at the sushi place, I said to him, I said, what? So I wanted to ask him questions. I'm like, so how do you do the work ethic? Because you have this really strong work ethic, and I have similar work ethic, and so does Wahlberg. But have you figured out, like, how do you do the girl thing? How do you acclimate a woman into that life? And he just kind of was like, I don't know. I haven't really figured that out yet, but yeah, it's really difficult. And then I was kind of like, what? And I asked him, like, what kind of drives the work ethic? What is it? And he's like, I just think. Yeah, you just want to make these things that are great and people like them, and so you want to make them even better, and it just takes a lot of work. So I keep giving, you just make it better, make it better, make it better, make it better. And I said, and what about the terrible reviews? Like, you get the critics attack you. People don't ask these people.
Yeah, yeah.
They actually are quite interested. And he said, well, Peter Travers gave me a bad review, and I just sent him this scathing letter, and it was kind of a mistake. And so I sent him some letters afterwards, but I don't think he'll ever. I asked him to lunch even. I really did. I mean, this is all Michael Bay being like really sweet and vulnerable. And I was like, yeah, why wouldn't you reach out? And maybe it would be nice if Peter Travers would sit down and kind of go, tell me about your process. If you're this huge film critic, why wouldn't you want to have dinner with but instead Peter Travers is like, ugh, I don't do this popcorn movie trash,
Yeah.
So kind of, to me, made me look at Peter Travers like, ugh, and at Michael Bay like, wow. And then I said, why do you yell at people so much? You're always yelling at people, and you tell them they're doing this wrong. I saw him yell at this like DGA assistant, and he was like, yeah, this is why he'll never be a director, because I asked you for just a list of the stunts, and you come back with fucking nothing. And he said, I was so fascinating. He goes, because everybody says like, hey, look, the fish stinks from the head down, but everybody on those sets were really nice, and they work for him over and over.
Yeah.
And I said, why do you guys keep working for him? They're like, well, it's really hard, but then you make the movie, and then it comes out, and everybody loves it, and you see it, and it's so awesome, and then you kind of forget about what it was like to shoot a movie. And then he asks you to do it again, and you're like, but I need to get paid more. And he's like, I can't. And then he like pays you out of pocket, but it's so that he can make the budget small, but he pays the people well. So he has like Oscar-winning sound mixers and stuff that are working for him. And so then he he said, well, everybody complains on a movie set, right? Isn't that what everybody does? Everybody just sits around and complains because everybody has so much time. So wardrobe complains about the sound department. Sound department complains about how the camera department keeps complaining about the sound department. And, all the PAs complain about how long it's taking for the assistant director to get the director to actually do it. He was like, I give them all one thing to complain about. It's me. And so everybody complains to each other about me. He goes, so what he was saying was, I sort of crucify myself so that no one is complaining about each other.
It's a
so
common enemy.
They're all
what a brilliant man!
He scapegoats
Psychology.
himself. And I thought that was so Fascinating. And then he's so funny, and he kind of got mad at me about this, but I wish that he would understand that this is how I describe how funny he is, because he does a lot of work for the Make-A-Wish Foundation. Again, he's like this really good dude. And Kate is always like, I don't understand. He couldn't have been that bad on set. And I was like, it's really, really hard, Kate. And she's like, I don't think so. I mean, we've been to his housewarming party. Everything. He's so sweet to me. And I'm like, yeah, but you didn't work with him. And she's like, I think you're just being sensitive. And I'm like, no, he grabbed Bobby Lee's face, both of his cheeks, and he made him cry and have a little fear poo. And so there were Make-A-Wish kids that were on set, because this is like, they love Transformers now. They're like they're watching. It's crazy. They just love it. It's a wish, and he makes it come true. And I was doing this scene where I throw the football back and forth with Wahlberg, and it was a joke slot, so I kept like throwing it, and then I did a couple that kind of missed. They just I didn't say them right, and one was just not funny. And he was like, but we have to wait and reset to throw the ball. And it made me laugh so hard. He just was like, he came over and he's like, TJ, you haven't said one funny thing. You got one more chance to say one. This is it. That's your last chance. You haven't been funny this entire scene. He goes, you haven't even made the Make-A-Wish kids laugh. And I look over and they're all like, yeah. They were kind of like, he's not being funny.
Yeah.
And that is so hilarious to me. But I yelled back at him. I go, you know what I like about you, Michael? I like the confidence that you inspire in your actors. That's my favorite thing about it. Yeah. And the whole crew just erupted with laughter. And he kind of was like, all right, one more. And then we did it and killed it. And it was great. But he is also very funny. It's like Spielberg is like very funny. These guys are just so smart that they are funny. And but yeah, it was the same deal. Like I was like, I gotta get out of here. Then the movie comes out, people love it. Everybody who's seen it comes up to me like, I love my fucking Lyft driver today. It was like, dude, Transformers, man, you died too early. And I was like, cool. Can we take a picture? I took a picture. It's like, this is the first speak person that I've had in the car.
Yeah,
he's just so excited, and you're like, that guy loved Transformers. I'm so glad I did that film.
It was worth the suffering.
Yeah, because you do it for the people, not for yourself.
Yeah. But people don't understand when you, because I've also worked with Joe Pitka, who was a yeller.
Is he?
Yeah, and when you're actually there and having to talk with all the pressure and all the stuff, right? It just puts another element of like stress. And it's so not fun. But I guess when it comes out, and especially when the years go by and people come up to you over the years, and also people buy tickets. When I do stand up on the road.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah, right. So it all helps.
That's so necessary, and it's almost like if you told me you got to go and do the next Transformers, because Spielberg even told me, he's like, I'm trying to get you into. Well, I want to put you in the next Star Wars. I want to put you in the next Transformers. I'm trying to get Michael to put you in the next Transformers. And I was like, because we run into each other randomly, and his wife's name is Kate, and she's also an artist. So it's just weird. And I was like, yeah, but I died in it. And he's like, yeah, but you could come back as a Transformer, or whatever. And I was like, that's Spielberg. He's like, we'll do what I want to do.
Yeah.
And he said, but I'm trying to get Michael to put you back in. I was like, he's also like mad at me right now because he heard that Make-A-Wish thing, or somebody told him about it I said it on Doug Loves Movies, and he was just so upset about it. And he wrote me this email because I hurt his feelings. He was like, I do this thing for Make-A-Wish and you're making fun of me, but I wasn't. I was trying to explain he's really fun. That's such a funny thing to say. You're being so unfunny that the Make-A-Wish kids haven't even laughed. Like all they want to do is laugh, and you're fucking this up. That's so funny to me. And so I said, I don't think he wants me to be in the next one.
But you were not making fun of him. You were just telling a story that happened, right?
He's a sensitive guy. So I said that to Spielberg. I go, so he's mad at me. And Spielberg goes, well, he does that with me. Like every 6 months or every year. So he'll like yell at me, and he doesn't want to talk to me for a long time. And it's like, he'll yell at you?
Wow.
And Steven Spielberg's like, yeah. Yeah, he does. But he comes back around. He'll come back around. And I said, you know what I think? I think he's like a high school kid. I think that he has a little bit of a demeanor of a high school student, that he's really sensitive, but he's very blustery, and he knows that he's really good at something, but he's the best at something, but that he's still kind of, he can second guess himself. He's really sensitive. And Spielberg was like, yeah, I guess I have never thought of it that way, but I think you're right. I think you might be right about that. And it's so strange that these guys, you just think
It doesn't seem crazy to you right now.
Yeah.
That you know Steven Spielberg and Michael Bay and all these people. I mean, just because I knew you
It's very
before.
crazy. Yes, it's very crazy.
No, Tej. I knew you before.
Bobs.
When we were like coming up, right? We're coming up, right?
Yeah.
Right.
We're coming up.
We're
We
coming up
started
in
at
the
the bottom,
Yeah. And then like you didn't know that,
right? Like Drake. I wear a chain.
Yeah.
There are like three kinds of people that wear chains. Rappers, wannabe rappers, of which Drake is both.
Wait.
I mean,
Finish that line.
Yeah,
Started from the bottom.
Yeah.
What's next?
and we came up.
I
Right?
came up, and Drake is both.
Drake.
That's the song.
Bobby Lee, killing it. 3 points, swish. From the 3-point line.
He's
Swish.
never heard that song in his life.
Yeah, but that was better.
Why do you
Yeah.
wait, baby? Why do you shame me because I don't listen to that style of
Shaming.
music?
It's just because you're laughing hysterically that I think that you're getting the reference, but you're not.
I love this dynamic.
Yep.
Because I can't believe that you guys work together. That would be very difficult. Kate and I toured for a while together, but I think she doesn't even. I haven't even seen her studio, so it's really fun. I'm kind of jealous. I envy that you guys sort of have the type of relationship where you can kind of work together. That's really fun because a lot of people would be like, it might lead to some fighting or something like that.
Oh, we fight.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we fight.
I know she's Filipino, but but Kate and I fight. But I don't know. It's really interesting. It's very cool that you guys can kind of do this, and she's also really funny, so I think that helps. Although Kate's really funny, I think she just doesn't love me as much as you.
Oh, my gosh. Oh.
Teach. You want kids or no? Is kids in
who is
the
No, don't.
Who's
TigerBelly. What?
who's the cutie on your chest?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
your
not
son?
my son. No.
Who is it?
So, what's that?
Who's the fucking
Oh,
kid
sorry.
pin in your jacket?
I've been wearing this, and people go, "Oh, is that your son?" I go, "No,"
Who is it?
and then I don't answer. I don't elaborate.
It's not you.
You got it at a thrift store?
Yeah, I just found it. Found it on the street. I put it on, and it's just for that bit. So that people are like,
Did that kid die or something?
No, I mean, he will.
Eventually.
Oh, he will. No, this is my godson.
Oh.
So I stole a button. I was actually, this is Cash Levy's son. So the podcast that I do, Cashing In with TJ Miller, which you can find on podcast sites everywhere, including Himalaya. They're not doing anything for us. And I got to get on that ATC train if you know what I'm snocking about. Yeah. But this, this is my godson, and I would really like to have kids. I think Kate wants to have kids too, but she's having a tough time. She sort of found out that what she was an installation artist, but that took her a while. So I think she wants to get more established in her career. But, it's getting to that point where it's like, you got to get into it if you're going to get into it. I think she also thinks that I can be a little bit unstable, which is true. I'm brain damaged. And so you kind of...
Wait, you had a malformation in your frontal lobe, right?
Yeah.
No, what happened?
Arteriovenous malformation, that's a congenital disorder, which I guess means it's like before you were born. But my right frontal lobe was malformed, and so the brain is so brilliant that it has an elasticity to it, and it didn't use that part of the brain, but the rest of my brain compensated for not having a golf ball size portion. In fact, I always carry it with me. So this is about the size of my brain that they took out. They took this size amount of brain out of my head.
When?
On the front.
In 2010.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
And so if you think about it, it makes sense that I have a level of mania. So I'm prone to manic episodes, and I take a medication so that I won't have seizures. Because the brain has to work sort of double time of a person who has more space to be able to handle that work.
Yeah.
And so it's very interesting. But so Kate kind of, I think, sometimes worries about that. But yeah, we definitely want to have kids. I think she's like, she's one of those people, and I'm trying to explain this to her. She's one of those people that if she doesn't have kids, she won't have as full of a life as she would if she did have kids, because she's the type of person that experience would be so enriching to her entire life, and she just needs to understand that if you have kids, it doesn't get in the way of her. I'm not going to speak in specifics, but some people's mothers, they pursue something like painting or poetry or pottery or crafts or something, and they think, or writing, and they think, when I had kids, that's the reason that I didn't become a successful writer. That's not true. That's a narrative that you're using to explain why you weren't successful. You're obviously talented or whatever, but you didn't have the work ethic, or you didn't do the thing, or it was easier to say, I ended up having kids, so I stopped playing the cello. I don't know why I chose that. I don't. Yeah. But and so I'm trying to help her understand that just because you have kids doesn't mean that you then will not be able to be a famous installation artist, and she already is. She kind of is always thinking like, but I need to get a grant. But don't you think though, but having museum, and I was like, you just showed in fucking Avignon, France, which I didn't even know existed. Yeah. And the Mattress Factory's interested in Chateau Lacoste, all these places that I didn't even know any of this stuff. She's like huge in France. She's like me in Scandinavia, or Bobby Lee worldwide. But T, don't you look me in the eyes when I'm coming? I am fucking looking you in the eyes right now. Eyes are closed. But the thing is that. Oh wait, no, they're not. Okay. Now that was racist. But Teach, thin lips over here he tightened his lips. His lips just went away. He went from to. I know. Teach, don't you think though that it's an experience? Thin lips, big dick. That's what he's true. Having children is an experience that you maybe aren't you curious about it? No, I think Cash Levy says this. He's the host of the podcast that I do, Cashing in the TV. It's available on iTunes, anywhere podcasts are sold. We don't sell it; it's free. But it's he is such a proponent. He goes, "There's only two things that nobody." He's really a philosopher. He goes, "There's only two things that no one ever regrets," and he says, "Jumping off of a rope swing into a lake." And having kids, and he says that's really, really true. Rope swing. So
I've seen many injuries.
Have you? Well, not if you get injured. That's like
babe.
If you die during childbirth, I think people regret that. I don't think we don't include that in the equation. If it's a stillborn, that ends up being a pretty bad experience. They can sometimes regret that. No, but if you successfully go in, nobody comes out of the water and is like, that was terrible. It's just not the case. Although, on our honeymoon, Kate and I went cliff jumping, and we were about to go across, and we were holding hands. And the people in the boat were like, you can't hold hands. And we were like, no, we're going to hold hands. They're like, you can't do it. Do not hold hands. And I remember the moment that both of us stopped holding hands, and both of us were like, this is a bad idea. And we both ran to jump. And I, of course, jumped way out and she got scared and tried to stop herself, and then started to fall towards the rock. She died, but she pushed off and cut her foot incredibly bad, but pushed off and made it into the water. And if we had held hands, she would have been fine because she would have felt safe. And also, I'm gigantic, so I would have just whipped her into the out into the ocean where she would be safe. So she regretted that. But then it was really cool. We went to Bermuda for a romantic trip, and she was looking through one of those guides brochures of things to do. She stopped on a page and said cliff jumping, and I looked at it and I was like, God, I wish she would cliff jump again to erase that bad memory. And she was like, and I didn't say anything, and she goes, we should do this. We should go cliff jumping. So she did it in Bermuda and fucking killed it. And when she came out of the water, she was like, that was awesome. Yeah. It's the best. So that's a really sweet story. And now I'd like to make more comments about Thin Little's fucking fat lips.
Thin Little.
Thin Little. What are we doing on time?
We're over an hour.
Wow.
Because it's fun.
But here's what we're going to do at the end.
Because it's a fun
Teach, at the end.
George fucked up the coffee situation, but outside of that, I've had quite a time.
Why didn't you have coffee?
I would love to go on a double date with the two of you.
Yeah.
Oh, we would love to do that.
I really
with Kate as well, right? Yeah.
Because I think I share the same fears about motherhood. Because I have this, he goes through his manic episodes.
You're also, can I do my strange? Yeah, these manic. That's one of the ways that we connect, to be sure. Bobby Lee is really like, guys, let's turn on some like kitten relaxation music and just relax. Although Kate really does do that. You also strike me as similar to Kate in that you're very, very beautiful, and you probably have a difficult time with women in some cases because you're so beautiful, but you're also really smart, and you also are kind of charismatic and clearly independent, and that's really threatening to girls. So you must have got a lot of mean girl shit, and it's really, you haven't really?
You were the mean girl, huh?
No, I wasn't a mean girl. I wasn't considered pretty until I got a lot older, because I was really
You just were a real dog-faced toddler.
Yeah, I was.
Parents had put a pork chop around her neck to let the dog play with her. Rodney.
But I have a lot of my family's very matriarchal, so it was a really strong sense of like sisterhood from the time I was born up to now. So Bobby will tell you I have just a gaggle of really kind, awesome female in my life, more so than
you
men.
never had, I guess if you were older.
Mean
then
girls?
maybe.
Not necessarily. Maybe I just don't see it, or I'm oblivious to it.
Kate just has a lot
She's
of
the mean
people.
girl. All
Here's
right.
the thing. Yeah. Let's
I'm
get
not
it
Yeah, you
straight.
are.
Bobby's
He's
like,
the
she's a
bully.
real fucking C.
Yeah.
I am kind of a ball buster.
She's
though.
a ball buster.
I am.
Yeah, and Kate is not a ball buster at all. But the thing that is strange is sometimes pretty women have a difficult time because they're beautiful, but you can't complain about that. So you can't say to somebody like being beautiful is really, really difficult. That would be insane to say something like that. So sometimes that can be isolating. But
I
now
would
that
say
I look at you, I realize you're not that attractive.
Exactly.
So I guess I kind of missed the mark on
Yeah,
that
you missed
one.
the mark completely.
Anyway.
We do a thing at the end called unhelpful advice. We have people from email. we have
What
emails.
is yerba mate? George!
So people call. They email us about problems that they have, and we give them advice.
I love
Give them,
that.
all right, we'll do one. Go ahead.
Unhelpful advice with Bobby, Khalyla, and T. Miller.
A few months ago,
What the fuck?
Second
Is
City.
that happen every
Second
time?
City, bro.
City.
Chicago, Second City.
Really? Did you tour with them?
I was not on Greenco, but I had to watch your videos to train.
Ah, that's crazy. Because I had to watch like Amy Poehler and Steve Carell.
Yeah, they used to play his videos to learn the scenes or from him.
Really? What do you remember? Even one of the scenes? I remember.
I did a lot of
they
disco.
They
I did a lot of
still
disco.
did. What's picked?
The picture one with you're doing.
Yeah, that's a
They
famous
still do
one.
that.
Pictionary.
They still do
Yeah, I saw Colbert do that and Tina Fey and shit.
Yeah, they did it.
It's crazy.
I think my director was for a show was actually thinking to Cassie LeBlanc, Anthony
Totally.
LeBlanc. Yeah.
He's great. He was so weird. He used to eat fast food all the time, and we would be like, "Why do you eat so much fast food?" And he had all these crazy reasons for things because he was very heady, and he would say, "Well, fast food has a lot of bacteria in it, so when I eat it, it makes my immune system very strong because I'm ingesting that fast food." And I was like,
Is that science?
"Dude, you're gonna die."
All right. A few months ago, I asked a very good friend of mine who's a girl to take my virginity.
What co were you on? Red co or blue co?
Bisco. I actually didn't. do a lot
Bisco?
of- Yeah.
Weird.
Is that bad?
Very weird.
Yeah, well, it's business companies.
They're not good.
Yeah.
It's not that they're not
Terrible.
good.
It's the money one.
It's the money
money
one.
one, yeah.
That's right, but they're not as good. Go ahead.
I asked a friend of mine who's a girl to take my virginity.
Wait,
I'm a guy, we're both 18. I've known her since middle school, and we always come to each other when we have a problem.
Wow, he said, "Take my virginity." Okay, sorry, I just want to make sure.
She always came to me about her boy problems, and I came to her about my girl problems. We were close. One day, I was
Did
determined.
he say in the email?
Yeah.
Weird.
One day, I was horny and the stupid horn dog that I am. I decided to text her respectfully, asking her if she would take my virginity.
Whoa, what a horn dog. It's not even like you want to fuck. It's just like, will you take
my
my
virginity.
virginity away from me?
My queen. She declined nicely and told me I should do it with someone I love. But if I recall, Bobby once said I should get over it, and so I wouldn't put sex on a pedestal. And I agree.
Get it over with. Yeah.
move to Scandinavia.
Ah!
I'm in love.
Call back, motherfucker!
I'm in love with her, or
Wait, he's in love with her now?
yeah, I'm not. Sorry, I'm not in love with her
okay.
or anyone. I just trust her deeply. Now she's left for college. We have not spoken in months. Should I reach out to her and apologize, or should I just get my pussy? with
Get your
someone else?
pussy, dude. What kind of email is that?
His name is Ben, and he is I believe a
Bin, B-I-N?
BIN, like a Vietnamese type of bin. There's an
Oh,
H
bin.
at the end of it.
Vietnamese type of bin.
You know the H's?
Kate likes that I say Vietnamese.
Vietnamese.
He has trouble with that word too. He says Vietnamese too.
Vietnamese.
Vietnamese. And then
Yeah.
what's the other one I have a tough time with? Anonymity.
And what about anemone?
Anemone?
Oh, you got it.
Say it.
Anemone.
Anemone. I got it.
I like the inimitable.
Oh, yeah, that one I have trouble with. Yeah.
It's a tough one, and it's a great adjective.
Inimitable.
Do you ever have a line in a movie or whatever, and you can't say the word? It's hard. The tongue twister.
Yeah, it's happened before.
I hate it.
I also hate saying edited it.
Yeah, I can't do that either.
Did you finish your movie? Yeah, I edited it.
Edited it.
Yeah, that's somebody else's joke, but that's a common thing I do. I steal material and I repurpose it and make it worse. So I think my advice to him would be, yeah, you can reach out and apologize, but it's definitely not going to happen with her. But I would disagree with you. I had sex the first time with a girl that I loved, but I was so nervous and I couldn't totally keep an erection. And so I sort of, but she was so cool about it. She was so nice about it. And then we did it in the morning, and it ruled. But it was a weird one because also the condom kind of came off, and then I thought for sure that I had AIDS, even though she had never really had sex.
Yeah.
Like they tried to make that such a scary pandemic.
I had the same
It
feeling.
was terrible. I called the hotline, and the person was like, "It's okay."
Can I tell you when I thought I got AIDS?
Where?
In San Diego, there's these adult bookstores called F Street.
Oh yeah.
So what I used to do, I had a waiting job, and at night at like 1 a.m, because it was 24 hours, I go to F Street, and when you walk back there, the floors
You
are
go in
really
one of the booths.
yeah.
I love that.
Yes, so the floors are really sticky, right? So you walk, you go, right, and you sit down, and they had these buttons like just forward and backwards, and you could just scroll through fucking different pornos. There's 50, and there's some gay ones, right? And I remember going tick.
It's always weird because you're like you get one that's not that good, like a girl, like a heterosexual one.
Yeah.
Heterosexual one. You get a regular porn, and then you're like, that's good, but I think there's something better. And then you go and it's like two guys just straight up fucking. And you're like, I'll go back to the other.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't.
But then you keep pressing it. There's like 6 of those in a row.
Yeah.
So 6 gay ones in a row. You're like, come on. Yeah.
Because it's also weird. Like if you're not gay and you see it, you're just like,
Yeah.
it's just weird. You're like, this isn't.
It
very
feels
strange.
unholy.
Very strange. Very
But
strange.
I stuck my finger in the button, and it was in a puddle of cum.
No.
Yeah.
And you lick your finger?
No, I didn't lick my finger, but I did.
directly up his asshole. God damn it. He had bought himself a couple of drinks in Spain. Call back!
Yeah. But I remember sticking my finger in there and going, did I just get AIDS?
And it's scary.
Yeah.
I was a cum dumpster for virgins in high school. I collected people's virginities.
Say,
That's a showstopper.
Let's let that sit for a moment. Let's let that sit for a moment.
Let it sit
I thought
for a
you were a
second.
dog-faced pony head in high school. But you took how many guys?
Yeah, because I
virginities
wasn't.
Did you take?
I think 8.
What a giving slut.
I know.
Yeah.
What a gracious.
You should open with that. If you ever do it to Tonight Show, you should open with that at the panel.
I was a cum dumpster.
Yeah, that's a good open.
That's really, really wonderful though, because I bet you were really sweet to them.
Well, I was really sweet to them, and on top
you
of
were
that,
you got a good sampling of what dicks are like.
I did. And I think it's because
comfortable.
I was rejected a lot when I was younger, and then
How do
when
you feel about it? She's talking about it.
I don't know.
I don't know. Go
Wait,
ahead.
you did the chuk chuk and the AIDS finger. I was just a cum dumpster for virgins.
That's one of the words that you have trouble with.
Cum dumpster.
I was just a dumb cumster. I don't say it often,
Dumb
but when I do,
cumster.
a dumb cumster. That's your Twitter handle.
Hang on one second.
When you say cum dumpster, okay?
Okay, yeah.
When you say it, right? Because I want to get specific, okay?
Yeah.
You mean you let them cum in your mouth, or you let them cum
No, I
in your
was a
vagina?
cum receptacle. I just received virgin cum.
But
and they
didn't-
with
did
no
they have a
condom, they
condom
just
on?
cum inside you?
That's a good point.
Yeah. So
I
what
did
is
a
the
lot
dump?
of raw dog when I was younger.
Oh,
we were
my
talking about
God.
the AIDS and how we were afraid of
Okay.
AIDS. And
There's a
it's
difference
How do
between
you
that
feel
and
about
sticking my finger in a fucking pool of cum.
Yeah, Kate and I. Kate's had sex with she's an attractive woman, and I think it's great that she got it going quite a bit, and but she would never describe herself as a cum dumpster. She's like, I saw a lot of what's out there, and you're the best, and I'll be like, okay,
Yeah.
so a lot, and she's like, yeah, but we both kind of,
Yeah.
I feel like I'm like you, we're like not exactly handsome, but we're real funny.
Yeah. Well, I think that you're more handsome than I am.
No, I think you're a handsome fellow.
Okay. I'm gonna accept it.
Yeah.
So
I mean, she does. Look what she scored over here. You ever see that movie, She's Out of My League? This guy's living it.
Good movie.
You fuck.
Jay Baruchel.
Girls always love that.
You know what? A club I was just at that you were, I think, Nebraska. You ever played that funny
Yeah,
boat?
Omaha.
Oh, I love that room.
Colleen Quinn.
Colleen's the best.
She officiated our wedding, and that was Kate's decision. Kate got along with her so much and loved her energy and everything so much. Did you go with him? Have you met
No,
her?
I haven't.
Oh my
You got to meet her. She's a fucking
She's
amazing.
the best.
And she officiated her. She married Kate and me.
I was just there for the first time, and we had breakfast.
Isn't it crazy?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And I was eating breakfast with her, and I looked across from the table, and I said to her, I go, I don't know why I've never played this one before. Why did I miss out on you?
It's the worst. It's the best funny bone.
Yeah. She's so great.
And the
You know, it was
crowd's
Nick-
amazing.
Nick
Hand-cut
from-
steaks.
Oh, yeah. Nick from Hilarities. You know him?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, no, yes, I do. He gave me a baseball bat that had my name on it.
Yeah. Nick's a
do that
great
for
guy.
you?
No. He did not. Give me
I'm taking off.
Yeah.
I'd hit
So
it.
hey,
Bert
TJ,
Kreischer
you know
was
I've
50th
wanted you
eating
on
show
this.
I'm gonna do.
I've wanted you on this podcast for years.
I wanted to come on this podcast.
No, I'm just and when I found out that you were doing it, I was so excited, and you killed it, and I just so glad, and you're a part of our family, and
Is this the end of it?
yeah, if you ever because I have to go to an AA meeting, but
Is that true?
yeah,
My friend Megan O just got into the AA thing.
really
She likes it.
Yeah, I love it, but
It's it's group therapy. It's immediate friends.
yeah, I know what it
immediate
is.
circle
Fuck
friends.
not. I go to it.
Okay.
God, but anyway,
I go to an AD meeting. I go to AD meetings.
what's an AD?
It's alcohol designated. They don't. It's not anonymous.
Yeah.
They designate who you are and they tell all of their friends. That it's
What a great fucking. But my point is that I love you, and I've always loved you, and let's just be friends for life, okay?
I love you too.
All right.
Let's sneak.
Okay. Come on, clap for Teach.
Let's sneak.
Clap for. Yeah, sneeze.
We're all rolling because we're in the housekeeping. Hello, everyone. That is Khalyla.
Hi, babe.
180.
Yeah, what do you need?
Yep.
I need you in the next 15
Bobby's in the room.
Yeah.
Sorry. To calculate how much sobriety I have exactly by the day.
Okay, I'll do it right now.
I want to go to the meeting, take a token, but I don't want to say it. I don't know exactly the number.
Okay, will you rub my tum-tums later? That wasn't a definitive yes.
I
I
don't
won't
know.
count your sober days if you don't rub my tum-tums later.
I'll rub it.
You promise. Yuxo.
He's giving a maybe face.
Babe, give me your yuxo finger.
Bobby just winked at me. He's not doing it.
Traitor. Let's count his sobriety days since November 28. Jason since
go.
November 28. No, you're supposed to look at your calendar when you count it.
Jason's like closing his eyes, just calculating it. Anyways, while they're calculating that, let's see who gets it first. Figure it out. We'd like to thank our sponsors, Quip, ShipStation, Brooklyn, and BetterHelp. Quip, if you want to brush better, get your first refill free. Go to getquip.com/belly right now. ShipStation, if you do online sales or ship anything online like we do, make it easy with ShipStation. Right now, TigerBelly listeners can try ShipStation free for 60 days when you use the offer code BELLY. Brooklyn, and get 10% off your first order and free shipping on all new sheet when you use the promo code TIGER, only at brooklinen.com. That's the code TIGER. What about BetterHelp, George?
BetterHelp wants you to start living a happier life today. Get 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/belly and join over 500,000 people taking charge of their mental health with the help of an experienced professional. Where can we get Bobby's ticker? Where can we see Bobby Lee live?
San Jose, Feb 28th through March 1st. Denver Co., March 12th through 14th. Houston Tix, March 27th through 29th. And go to BobbyLeeLive.com and grab them before they're sold out. Khalyla, any shout-outs or shout-ins or thoughts? People haven't got Khalyla's thoughts or MMA Minute from Khalyla in a while.
Oh, did you guys watch the Corey Anderson against Jan Blachowicz?
Did I watch Corey Anderson go to sleep? Oof.
Oh, that's mean. I like Corey Anderson. But did you see Jan and John Jones?
Flexing at John.
Yeah, I enjoyed that. Did you see the Dotson fight?
I did not. Was it good?
Yeah.
Like
Do you watch any of those fight nights?
Only the main. I used to watch the whole card like back in the day, but now it's like the top two fights, probably in the main card.
Yeah, I feel like you're not on board with me anymore. We used to be an MMA team. And now every time I'm like, you watching? You're like, no, I'm out like having like fucking coffee with my frou-frou friends.
It's
And
called,
I'm like, oh, he's
it's
changed.
It's called
Yeah, you
cheesecake
changed,
cocktail
yo.
parties. You fucking loser. You think you're a socialite? They're called cheesecake cocktail parties.
I will say, you guys,
What's a cheese?
I'm really sad about you, by the way. I'm really sad that I did not get to bond with you at all in Hawaii because me, Gilbert, and Gabby had quite possibly the best day of our lives.
Yeah.
We went to beaches, we drove around,
Khalyla,
we ate everything.
Honestly, if you guys need a tour guide, I mean, this person has given so much to Hawaii. You should work for the fucking board of tourists. She's like, we should go here. Then we hit here. There's this local spot that no one knows about. It's like, all right, do you live here?
I might as well, right?
Basically.
It's for some reason if I'm in an island and there's a certain percent humidity, it's like my brain switches on and I'm happy and I just want to live life again. And then I come back here to the fucking chaparrals of California and my nose is bleeding because it's dry.
Bro,
and then it decreases my IQ.
My eczema flares up when I come back here. It's the worst.
Yeah, and then I just want to be a hermit and then I just sit at home sad about my fucking acid reflux.
Yeah. I mean, Khalyla really knows where all the beaches are. Like this one time we went to a beach and then she's like, oh, the beach is right here. And then we walked for 40 minutes. And then we walked back because there was no fucking beach. But yeah.
Oh, hold on 1 second. There was absolutely a whole 30-mile coastline. It's just that he wants.
What's this topic sentence you used? I don't think.
He wants, his idea of a beach is there are people there. My idea of a fun beach is there is nobody there.
That was
and you get to have the beach to yourself.
It was just funny because
And I was trying to tell him oh, you go down this way. There's no path to go down, so we had to go through basically brush and stuff.
No, I enjoyed it. That was really fun being isolated.
I also I'm in love with your sister.
Oh yeah,
I think Bobby and I want to officially adopt her into.
I'm glad she got to hang out because I feel like you guys haven't actually got to be in each other's presence other than things. She was like, oh wow, I know Khalyla better now.
Does she like me?
Yeah. She says she understands you more.
Oh, but okay, she understands me, but does she
understands
like
why
me?
she hates you now. She's like, this bitch made me walk for 40 minutes on coral? On fucking coral?
It wasn't a sandy beach at all.
I know, it was actually a cool spot. I don't even want to say where it is. I'm sure people go there all the time.
You fucking tagged it in your photo, you dipshit.
I didn't put the name of it. I just
you
said
didn't?
General Beach.
Oh.
General Beach.
Cheesecake. No, Gilbert's one of those Tiger types. Cheesecake.
Cocktail parties, baby.
Parties
all day.
time,
whatever that means.
Yeah, true. That's why we don't have MMA minutes.
Dominic Reyes Jr. Who did you have in that fight? John Jones?
You know what? I really
you had John
pretty.
Jones.
I did have John Jones at the end of it all. But, I listened to this thing that Ariel Helwani had said about it really pisses him off when people say, you got to do more to unhorse a champion.
No, I don't agree
that
with that.
mindset of, thinking, but it's wait, you're right. But that's been ingrained in our heads for so long. And I used to think that, too, that you have to do more.
It's not pride.
Because he's a champion. But it's no, rules are rules, scoring is scoring.
Round.
You score per round. And I do think that John Jones barely eked it out, but I was so impressed by Reyes. But Bobby, we put money on Reyes.
I put money on Reyes too.
Yeah.
I was like, he's gonna have it, and I was like, oh god, no, he's not. Why are you giving up in the last 2 rounds? He was exhausted.
He was exhausted,
tired.
but he did a lot of damage. That was an awesome fight.
Yeah, it was great. Well, we'll be doing more MMA minute. We'll have another fight party vlog. We should do those again.
Wait, we're doing vlogs again?
Or just for fights. Maybe. Whoa, did I just put that out there? Do people want that? Hit up George Kimmel.
No, just what's hitting up me gonna do?
People want to know your life, dude.
Hey, do you guys get reflux?
From food?
Do you get reflux? Wait, how long does it last?
It can last months.
Months?
Prevacid. It's
Yeah.
a thing that you take a few days and then long term.
He's like,
You get Prevacid. This is Jason, official medical doctor here. Try Prevacid. Take it for a few days. Your acid will be clear for months.
Okay, I have a question.
And then you become reliant on it and never have a normal stomach again.
Okay, that's what I'm afraid of. I also don't think I have conventional reflux because I don't feel the heartburn. I just feel like I have liquid, cold minty liquid coming up to my throat, and I cannot sleep at night. And it started on my plane ride back from Hawaii, and I thought that I had an esophageal varices, that I was bleeding in my throat because I'm an insanely panicky person like that. And it has not gone away, and I've taken everything.
Okay, well, cold minty liquid doesn't sound normal at all. And you should definitely ask a doctor about this and not.
Jason, I have another question for you. Jason, I have another question for you. Okay, so when I vomited on the plane, right?
Unhelpful.
Yeah.
I vomited on the plane, and I saw what looked like blood in my vomit after I vomited bile. Do you think that was blood, or do you think it was a piece of seaweed from my miso soup earlier?
I think it's best to assume it's blood and then go see a doctor and ask them about it.
Stop asking me about this stuff.
Wait, but hold on.
Because
The likelihood of it being a piece
was
of
there
seaweed.
iron? Was there a
No,
taste of
see, I didn't taste anything bloody, and I'm very sensitive to that taste of like that iron. But just give me a statistic. Like, what are your percent that it could have been seaweed?
I think you're looking at probably, I don't know, that's like 50-50.
Ah, shit.
Some blood could have gotten in there.
So what's my prognosis, doc? Am I dying?
Ultimately, you're going to want to just ask a doctor about this.
I thought you were my doctor.
I don't know. What is this? The fucking this improv podcast?
I was gonna say
playing scenarios.
I'm gonna say it was seaweed, and thank you for your time. I will take some Prevacid.
Yeah, take some Prevacid. It does wonders.
Okay, well, I will keep you updated next week. We'll have a
He's like, I don't want your updates. He's like,
we'll have a GERD watch 2020.
unhelpful medical advice.
Yeah,
with
let us know
Jason.
what you think in the comments.
What should we do for a contest? What are you guys thinking? For that Instagram rank.
I think that you should look back at older TigerBelly photos and look for pictures of me and Bobby doing little weird acrobatic positions, and I think that you should only for this week, right?
Yeah.
I think that you should recreate them, and I think that you should send them to Gilbert and George, and they be the judge, and you get something for free.
That
For
sounds like
instance,
a good-
the one of me and Bobby in San Jose from 4 years ago, where he's surfing on my back
Ooh,
in a hotel room,
I like that one.
stuff like that.
So find that and then recreate it as an art.
No, of them doing it.
Oh, them doing it.
Yeah.
I see. Okay, cool.
And then take a picture of themselves. Do not hurt yourself, though.
But if you do, it could,
Don't.
don't do it.
If you do, consult Jason.
consult Jason.
Yeah,
All right,
he
so
knows
guys,
a lot
do that, and then also just tag TigerBelly on Instagram, and then we will look through that list and choose a winner. Cool.
Yeah.
Also, guys, make sure you check out TJ's dates. Go to his website. TJ Miller does not have a website.com.
That's not what it's called?
That's what it's
Okay.
called. It's a really great website.
It's actually a really good website.
It's beautiful.
Is it the black background?
Yeah, it's like
Yep,
an 8-bit.
I've seen it before.
It's great. Make sure you check out his dates on there, specifically Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas, Virginia Beach, Funny Bone, and Cincinnati. Go support him because we love him. Also, you can send your questions to adviceunhelpful@gmail.com. We're looking for interesting, unusual, non-typical problems. We need your help as much as you want ours. That's adviceunhelpful@gmail.com. Final words, Khalyla.
Goodbye.
Final words, George.
See ya.
Dr. Jason.
Bye, guys.
Kulog mo na